Once upon a time, in a small, quiet town where life moved slowly and everyone knew each other's faces, there stood an old bus stop at the edge of the main road. The paint on its iron pillars had peeled away with age. The bench was cracked, and the roof rattled whenever the wind passed through. Most people saw it as nothing more than a forgotten place. But for one soul, it was the center of the world. That soul was a dog named Rex. Rex was not always a stray. Long ago, he had a home, a warm corner to sleep in, and a human whose voice meant safety, love, and belonging. Rex was a mixed-breed dog with golden-brown fur, intelligent eyes, and a tail that wagged with pure joy at the smallest sign of affection. His owner, Mr. Ahmed, was a bus driver, kind, hard-working, and gentle in nature. Every morning, Mr. Ahmed would pat Rex on the head before leaving for work, saying, "Guard the house, I'll be back." Rex believed those words with his entire heart. One evening, unlike any other, Mr. Ahmed put on his uniform, knelt beside Rex, and hugged him a little longer than usual. "I have an extra shift today," he said softly. "Wait for me at the bus stop. I'll be back soon." Rex wagged his tail and followed him eagerly. That night the sun dipped below the horizon, the sky turned dark, and the streetlights flickered on one by one. Buses came and went. People arrived, people left. But Mr. Ahmed did not return. Rex waited. At first he believed it was just a delay. Humans were often late, so Rex sat patiently on the cracked bench, eyes fixed on the road. When the last bus passed and the night grew silent, Rex curled up near the bus stop, certain that morning would bring his owner back. But morning came, and he was still alone. Days turned into weeks. The people of the town began to notice the dog who never left the bus stop. At first they thought he belonged to someone nearby, but as time passed, they realized Rex was waiting for someone who wasn't coming. "Poor dog," some whispered. A shopkeeper started leaving scraps of food near the bus stop. A schoolgirl occasionally brought water in a small bowl. An old man offered Rex shelter once, but Rex refused to move. He would eat, drink, and then return to his spot, eyes locked on the road. Rain came, drenching his fur and chilling his body. Rex trembled but stayed. Summer arrived with its burning heat, scorching the pavement beneath his paws. Rex panted, exhausted, but stayed. Autumn covered the road with fallen leaves. Winter wrapped the town in cold silence. Yet Rex stayed, because promises mattered. To Rex, "I'll be back" was not just words. It was a bond. Years passed. Rex's once shiny coat became dull. His muzzle turned gray. His movements slowed. But every evening, at the same hour, he sat upright, alert, scanning every bus that approached. His ears would lift at the sound of an engine. His tail would twitch with hope. And every time, hope was broken. The town changed around him. New shops opened, old ones closed. Children grew into adults. But Rex remained, unchanged in purpose, unshaken in loyalty. Some people tried to adopt him. "Come with me," they said gently. Rex would look at them, then back at the road. This was where he belonged. One particularly harsh winter struck the town harder than any before. Snow fell relentlessly, covering the bus stop in white. Rex's body had grown weak with age and illness. His legs ached, his breathing became shallow. Yet every evening he dragged himself to the bench and sat. That winter, the shopkeeper noticed Rex wasn't eating much. "You should take him to a vet," someone said. "But whose dog is he?" another replied. No one had an answer. That night Rex lay near the bus stop, his eyes half closed. Memories filled his mind, not as humans remember but as animals feel. He remembered warmth, a gentle voice, a hand on his head, a promise. "I'll be back." Unknown to Rex, the truth had been hidden for years. On that fateful night long ago, Mr. Ahmed never returned because he never could. A tragic accident had taken his life while driving the late-night bus. News spread quickly among humans, but no one thought of the dog waiting at the bus stop. Rex never knew, and perhaps that was mercy. One cold evening, the snow fell softly, almost gently, as if the world itself had grown quiet out of respect. Rex walked slowly to the bus stop, weaker than ever before. He sat on the bench, straightened himself with great effort, and looked down the road one last time. No buses came, no footsteps echoed. Rex's breathing slowed, his eyes softened, not with sadness but with peace. He had kept his promise. As the morning sun rose, people gathered near the bus stop. Rex had not moved. He had waited beyond hope. Silence filled the air. Some wiped their tears. Others stood with heads bowed. In that moment, the town understood something profound, something humans often forget. Loyalty does not ask questions. Love does not demand proof. Faith does not disappear with time. Rex had loved without conditions. The town buried Rex near the bus stop and placed a small plaque beside it. It read, "He waited, he believed, he loved." Years later, parents told their children the story of the dog who never left. Travelers paused when they passed the old bus stop. Some smiled sadly, some felt inspired, and somewhere beyond the limits of time and pain, perhaps, Rex finally heard the words he had waited so long for. "I'm back." Moral of the story. True love does not fade with time. True loyalty does not ask for reward, and true faith waits, even when the world moves on.